I wanted to talk to you about making your mess your message. Now, we've all done something in our life which we're unlikely to be extremely proud of. But on the other side of that, there's usually always a gift that has come with it, and there is a lesson that can be taught to somebody else who's going through that or who's about to go through that, which can help them. For me personally, my life was a mess. I don't know how much you know of my story, but I was young and homeless. I was pregnant at a very young age, got in trouble with the law, ended up doing some things which really weren't, how could you say, characteristics of somebody who's a elite member of society. But I did what I did, and on the other side of that, I was able to come through it and change my life, and I've turned my mess into my message. I wanted to become the person who my husband and particularly my son can be proud of. I've done a lot of things in my life that I would think that nobody could say that they were proud that I had done them. But again, I learned from that, and I made that mess my message. And so as it's approaching my son's birthday, I've been starting to think about if at the end of my life I can have my son say that there was not a shadow of a doubt in his mind that I was not doing the absolute best that I could as being his mother and being a woman showing up in this world, then I will know that I have done all that I can. I can die peacefully. Because I don't want to get to the end of my life and have my son say, Mum had so much more potential which she could have given the world, and it's gone with her. I don't want him to say that. I know that she's got gifts that she could have shared with the world, but she didn't. And I know that she could have helped so many people, but she didn't. And I would think that there would be nothing worse to get to that place. So every single day I try to share my message with people and help them. I also make a conscious effort so that my husband and my son have no doubt whatsoever in their minds that they are the most important people in my world, and that I love them more than anything, and that I try on a daily basis to be the best person that I can be, to show up in their world. And I think that as a woman who is in this world, that's pretty much all that I can ask for. So when I get to the end of my life, I can go, I couldn't have played any better than I did. I couldn't have shown up any bigger than I did. And I think that that's what it's really all about. A lot of times I post promotional stuff and, trying to inspire people. But I do that because I wish that somebody would have been able to inspire me when I was going through that. And coming out the other side of it, there were some amazing women who showed up in my life to help me through that. And I'll be forever grateful to those women. But it's a daily journey. It's not a destination that I've arrived at. It's something that I work every single day. And there are days when I would give anything to just curl up and stay in a ball. But that's not what can happen, and that's not how I've chosen to show up. So this is really just about giving you permission to show up, to try to be who you were meant to be. I'm here to support you to be all that you can be and to show up exactly how you're meant to, faults and all. I post videos and most of them I act like a bit of a dickhead because that's just me. That's how I am all the time. I don't be any different on video as I would be if you saw me in the street. That's just how I am, and I don't want to pretend to be something that I'm not, because that's part of who I am, and that's part of my gift, in that I'm very real in that way. I don't want to be seen as somebody completely different outside and then somebody different. I have crazy conversations with my family, and they think I'm weird, and that's fine, because that's who I am. But I've made that craziness about me part of who I am, and I wouldn't want anybody to see me any other way. So this is your chance to show up and be who you are and stand in all of your fullness and own who you are, warts and all, mess and all. Know that what you've gone through is something that you can help somebody else with, And it's almost like that's your contribution to society, to the world, to women and men out there, so that you can help them through. And if you take the focus off yourself and think of it in terms of service, how can I be of service to others? How can I help them who's in the middle of that mess that I've just gone through? How can I help you to come through the other side of that? You will be able to see that you are here for a higher purpose. Your suffering and the trials and tribulations that you've gone through have not been in vain. They are for a reason. And the fact that you've gotten through the other side means that you can help somebody else who's gone through it. And I've gone through a lot. I'll share that later. There's lots of things that I've gone through and come through the other side, and I'm still standing here. So I'm hoping to be able to help people to get to the other side of things. And I know that if you're watching this, there are things that you can help people with as well. There are people in your circle right now who would love for you to say, how can I serve you? What can I offer you to help you through this? And that's really what it's all about. And so I wish that for you.